Good morning. I am making muffins out of the Atacocan cookbook. So first of all, I'm going to do the topping because they're like a streusel muffin. I'm going to do half blueberry and half chocolate chip because my son-in-law doesn't like blueberry. So I've got about a cup of flour. And to that I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cinnamon, pardon me, a third of a cup of brown sugar, and a quarter of a cup of melted butter. And just going to mix this up. So it's going to be like the crumb streusel topping. Make sure you, before you start, to wash your hands and get all your preparation done. I've got my oven preheating, 375. They're going to cook for like 30 minutes. I've got my muffin pan greased. If you use muffin liners, by all means, but I don't know, I try to save money where I can, and since I have oil and lard and shortening, I tend to use that. Just make sure I grease my pan well. So now that is your mixed up streusel topping. So we'll put that to the side for when we're done the muffins. And the muffins are just going to mix up in an order listed kind of thing. So 2 cups of flour. To that I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder, along with half a teaspoon of salt. So mix that up. And I'm going to add in 1 egg, another quarter cup of melted butter, and 1 cup of milk. Whatever kind of milk you have. I use skim milk in my house, so that's what I tend to have. My husband, when we first switched over to skim milk, he's like, it's like drinking like pale water. He didn't have any milk. He didn't find it tasted like milk. He always used to love when he would go to Trains and she had Homo milk because the kids were young at the time. And he'd be like, oh, Treen, can I have a glass of milk? What a little crybaby. But anyhow, so you've flour, baking powder, salt, an egg, a cup of milk, melted butter, and now I'm going to take out some of this batter, about half of it. It's funny, this recipe doesn't call for any type of sugar or anything. I don't really know why. Was it a miss, or do you not? So I've taken out half the batter to put chocolate chips in. And I've floured about a cup of blueberries. So the reasoning behind flouring the blueberries is that it's supposed to help absorb some of the liquid, and hopefully your blueberries don't all sink to the bottom of your muffin. I don't know, I always flour them. Seems to work to a point. So now this mixture is going to make 6 blueberries. So I'm just going to do 1 to show you. So put it in a muffin pan. I'm going to put a couple of blueberries on top, just extras that I had. I've got a quarter of a cup that I'm going to use the 6 muffins. Now cover it with some streusel topping. So that's that. So that's your muffin. So this is like, you're going to get the sweet from your streusel. I don't know. I guess we'll see how they turn out. Now this is the batter that I had taken off to the side. And to that, I'm adding chocolate chips. I don't know, I'm using the same spoon. I don't use a whole bunch of different utensils when I'm when I'm baking or anything like that. Other than if I'm doing meat, but when I'm baking, meh, really. Is there a need, or are you just creating extra work? So now I've mixed up the chocolate chips, so that goes in the muffin pan. And because these ones I'm making for my son-in-law, I'm not going to add the streusel topping. But that's how you do blueberry streusel and chocolate chip out of the same batter. These are the finished blueberry streusel muffins. I tried one. If I made these again, I would put at least half a cup of sugar in them. To me, they taste very bland without sugar. The chocolate chip ones I made, I put coarse sugar on top, and then the chocolate chips add to the sweetness, so they were actually good.